Good afternoon, my name is Ryan Bloss, and today we're going to talk about this. This is the Karpuz Mining Mod 1 NerdQAxe++ 120mm fan adapter, or Mod 1 for short, and I am very excited about this thing. In fact, I'm more excited about this video than any other video I've done so far because a lot of work has gone into this thing. And today, we're going to talk all about what the hell this thing is and what it does and why you might want one. We're going to get into some testing, starting with cracking open this fresh new Revision 6 NerdQAxe++ from Solo Satoshi. We're going to get some baseline numbers. We're going to start adding some mods and gather some data. And finally, we're going to add this thing, pull some data, see how it performs, and compare it to previous generations of fan adapters to see which one is better. But if you happen to be a member of the NerdQAxe Facebook group, or Reddit sub, or Discord server, you've already seen me posting all about this thing and you know what it is and what it does. So for you, I'll put some chapter markers down below so you can skip forward to the testing, or if you want to skip all the way to the results, go ahead. You're a busy person, you got a lot going on. And I'm not going to judge you. Skip away if you want to. Be my guest. But for the rest of you, let's start. First things first, the name. What the hell is a Karpuz? This character right up here, this little watermelon, is Karpuzadam, and that means watermelon man in Turkish. He's a Turkish cartoon character that my children love. Now, when I started this whole thing out, I had to come up with a name for this little project. I didn't want to call it Ryan Bloss Mining or Bloss Mining. It's not interesting. So I wanted to come up with a word or words that had some meaning to me. And by choosing Karpuz, it kind of encompasses and is representative of a few things. My love for my family, my love for fun-loving good times, which is what the little Karpuz man represents, and my love, of course, and appreciation for Turkish culture. So that's where Karpuz mining came from. Mod 1 is because this is my very first design contribution to the open source mining world. I've got a whole bunch of ideas and other things we're going to design and produce and sell to people who want them, and they will be named sequentially. So the next one will be Mod 2 and Mod 3 and so on and so forth. So that's the name. Now, what is this thing? This is an adapter that allows you to add a 120mm fan to your NerdQAxe++ Bitcoin miner. Why would you want to do that, you ask? A couple of reasons. Number one is because you want to overclock the device and squeeze some more juice out of it, get a higher hash rate. And in order to do that, you need a beefier cooling solution. So this allows you to do that. Number two is because you want to keep your device cool and you want to extend the life of your components. So your ASIC chips, the other components, the voltage regulators, keeping them nice and cool, in theory, should make them last longer. So that's the reason that a lot of people do this. Now, there is an existing solution out in the world, and it's called the Helix. The Helix is a great design. I have one on one of my NerdQAxe++s right now. It does a great job. But there were a few things about it I really wanted to change. So when I first downloaded the file and printed one out, I went to install it, and there was a problem right away. So when I went to install it, or mount it to the cooler rather, there are these two spring clips that you use to attach it, and I'll show you all that here in just a second. But it requires bending those clips to make it fit. Now, I broke one, and so I had to go out to the garage and find some other stuff and jerry-rig it because I didn't have any spare clips available. And so that was one thing right off the bat I wanted to change. But once I got this thing actually attached, there were some other things I wanted to change too. Like I thought, what if the top duct, that's the one that kind of looks like three eyeballs above the monster mouth, what if that was extended out a little further towards the board and a little wider? Maybe it would cool a little more effectively. And so all of this inspired just a ground up revision, just starting from scratch and making my own kind of unique approach to it, borrowing heavily from, of course, the Helix design and the geometry. So all roads led to the design of my very first thing, the Karpuz Mod 1. Now, obviously this looks very similar. There are only so many ways to attach a 120mm fan to a NerdQAxe++. You can't make this adapter much wider, obviously. You don't want that. You don't want it to be longer. You don't want it to be shorter. And so it's going to look very similar. But kind of like cars, they all have, most of them, four wheels and a steering wheel, but there are a lot of different approaches to the design. Take your Porsche 911 versus your, Ford Ranger pickup truck. Similar concept, but obviously different approaches to moving people down the road. And that's kind of what this thing is right here. Now, the first change I made off the bat was the fitment issue. I wanted those clips to fit easy peasy with no bending. And we've already been able to test that. It goes right on the cooler, no problem. That's this thing right here. And those clips just slide up and in, and it is perfect. And it's attached, and the cooler doesn't fall off, and it does a great job. So we know this is already a success. Now, the other features that I've designed, for the most part, are yet to be determined. I mean, there's some stylistic stuff I did, like these, this honeycomb feature throughout, just for aesthetics. We know that looks kind of cool. I like the way it looks, and so successful on my part. But the other two big changes are this. So the top triduct that you see, the eyeballs on the top, that's bigger and wider and closer. We will be able to determine if that actually helps or not. I'm not sure yet, but we will find out. And of course, the most talked about feature of this whole thing are the shark fins or the monster teeth, whatever you want to call them, that are in the large duct in the center here. Now, when I added those, I thought they looked really cool. Will they affect performance in a positive way? I really have no idea. My sneaking suspicion is there's not enough air velocity really for it to matter. It's kind of like if you take a big-ass wing and you put it on the back of a Honda Civic. It looks kind of cool, but at 35 miles an hour, there's not enough airflow to generate the downforce for the thing to actually make a difference. And that's probably going to be the case with this. I don't know yet, but we'll find out. So more than anything, it just looks interesting and it looks cool. And sometimes product design is all about, capturing attention and generating excitement. And it's got to look, again, like something unique and different. And I think that's what this accomplishes here. It'll be nice to see what the data shows and how that actually affects performance. Will it or will it not? I don't know. But at the very least, we will end up with a product that's easy to install. And so in my opinion, this is better than existing solutions. Of course, that's my own humble opinion because I spent a whole bunch of time designing this thing. So that's the deal. But we could stand around all day talking about it, or we could get right to the testing. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to strap on the action cam. We're going to crack open this new NerdQAxe++ and get it plugged in. And from there, once we're all set up, we'll come back over here and we'll start to do some tests. So for this little test, we'll be using the Solo Satoshi Revision 6 NerdQAxe++. Now these are open source, which means there are a ton of people who make these, but these are the best. The build quality is great, good components, also has a warranty. Comes with a stand, and this one also has the 80mm fan upgrade on the back. So if you want one exactly like this, I'll put a link down in the description below. But enough about that. Let's go ahead and get connected to CK Pool and begin our tests. So now we are officially connected to CK Pool. It is mining away. So what we're going to do is let it run for a while, get up to temperature, and then we'll gather some baseline numbers. Okay, so we're up and running and ready to gather our first data set here. So we are mining away. We are successfully connected to CK Pool, which I see here. We're hashing. We're doing the thing. That's great. And so let's go ahead and gather our preliminary stock numbers. So our power is at 112.5. Our ASIC temp is at 62.6. Our VRs are at 55.3. That is in stock configuration from Solo Satoshi. So as it comes out of the box, we're at 6,475 gigahashes per second, or 6.4 terahashes a second. We'll call it 6.5. And we're running at about 62.6 and 55.3. So that's our first data set. That's important. That's our baseline for this whole thing. Now what we're going to do is we're going to install the copper cooler and see how much just the copper cooler with the stock fan brings down the temps. So now that we've got the copper cooler all installed, let's check it out. Okay, so this is interesting. I love stuff like this. I am a data and analytics nerd. I can't get enough of this stuff. I wear this watch to gather data about myself, and things like this are just awesome for me. Anyway, so we installed the copper cooler, and here's where we're at. So our ASIC temp is now 56.9. It was at 52.6, so almost 6 degrees Celsius reduced just from the copper cooler. So that's pretty cool. Interestingly enough, our VR temp was 55.3 previously. Now it's up to 59.3. So we got a 4-degree increase in the VR temps. So not sure exactly what the culprit is there, but I don't know. That's just the way it is. So that is our test number 2. Now what we're going to do is we're going to install the new Karpuz 1 full mod. So we're going to have the adapter and the fan, and we're going to see what that does to the temps. So stay tuned. Okay, so now we have installed the complete Karpuz Mining Mod 1 bolt-on kit. You know, this one has the optional Noctua brand grill guard. You could have saved a few bucks by going with the generic, but I think this just happens to look really good, and it keeps your fingers safe if you do one of these numbers. You know, maybe you have a kitty cat that likes to wave its tail around haphazardly, keeps the tip of it from getting sliced off, keeps your kids safe, and it's just a nice upgrade. Anyway, enough about that. Let's take a look at the numbers and see how this thing performs. Okay, so we now have the Mod 1 attached, and here are the numbers. So ASIC temp is going to be 50.8 degrees. Our VR temps are going to be 41.3 degrees, and our power consumption currently is 108.1 watts. Now remember, in stock configuration, our ASICs were at 62.6, so we're looking at about a 12-degree reduction in temp there. As far as VRs go, we were at 55.3, now we're at 41.3, so we have a 14-degree decrease on that side. And as far as power goes, we were at 112.3, now we're at 108.5, so about a 4-watt reduction. Okay, so the last part of the video got cut off, but don't worry, you didn't miss anything important. So this is the Mod 1 next to the OG Helix on the right. Now, the biggest difference you'll notice here is that the secondary duct, this one right here, is way bigger on the Mod 1. So I expect we're going to see much cooler temps on the VR side, hopefully, and then hopefully we'll see some cooler temps on the ASIC side too, thanks to the shark fin monster teeth down there. But we will see. So let's get this thing attached and let's check out the numbers. This is the fourth and final test of the day. This is the Helix. Now, my initial plan was to do a side-by-side comparison, but I made a huge mistake. I had to order a bunch of these fans that go on the top of this thing, and I ordered a whole bunch of the wrong ones. So I got it all set up and plugged in and realized that one fan was maxed out, only doing 1970 RPMs. It's the 2000 RPM variant, compared to one that is a 3000 RPM variant, running a lot faster, and I can't do a comparison that way, so we have to do these all one at a time. Anyway, this is the Helix. Let's dive into the numbers. So ASICs, we are at 51.4 degrees. So we're noticing right off the bat, it's about a half a degree hotter than we saw on the Mod 1. Now, it doesn't surprise me at all. The Mod 1 does have those cool, shark fin monster teeth, so I assume that's why we're seeing it a little cooler on the Mod 1 and a little hotter over here. Now on the VR, we're seeing a 3-degree increase on the Helix compared to the Mod 1, which doesn't surprise me at all, because on the Mod 1, you've got this larger extended tri-flow engineered duct for maximum velocity, so I fully anticipated seeing, a little cooler temps on the Mod 1 compared to what we see here on the Helix. But overall, this thing did what I wanted to. Aside from fitting great, it has officially outperformed the Helix, and I'm happy. I can go to bed and get a good night's sleep. So one last quick thing to note about the Mod 1. So this is the V1 design of the Mod 1, so the Mod 1 V1, but I am working on a V2 that will look pretty different. It's going to function the exact same way, but it's going to look a little different. So right now we've got the V1 available on the site, but eventually we'll be switching to the V2. So when that happens, I will post a video about it. It'll also be on social media. I'm sure I'll drop it in the the NerdQAxe Facebook group and Reddit sub and Discord server and all of that stuff, but eventually you'll see something that looks slightly different than this here. But again, this is the V1 and it is available now. Okay, so that concludes our tests, ladies and gentlemen. That is that. Overall, I'm very happy with this. It turned out well. I think the most noticeable improvements obviously are the whole Mod 1 kit compared to stock configuration. We saw that 12-degree reduction on the ASICs. We saw a 14-degree reduction on the VRs, and so that's significant. That allows you to be able to overclock and take it even higher than we went today if you want. And it also just makes sure that your device is nice and cool so it lasts a long time and you can enjoy and mine for Bitcoin happily for years to come. So that's pretty much it. If you want to know more about this thing, you can feel free to leave me a comment or you can send me a message on Instagram and I'll be happy to answer your question. These will be available online at karpuzmining.com if you would like to go purchase one. We'll be selling the full kit with everything you see there, the cooler, the fan, the grill guard, which actually isn't shown in this picture. Oh, it is actually in the very back. You can see one. That will be optional, or you can just buy the adapter all by itself. So you can hash away, stay nice and cool, and hopefully solve a block and get rich and buy yourself a Ferrari and live the life of your dreams. I don't know. Whatever you want to do with the money, I don't care. So that is that. That concludes today's video. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.